Firstly, what Airlines for Europe have come up with in the last 2 years is real solutions. There hasn't been solutions proposed here. We've been wringing our hands for the last 15 or 20 years. Nothing can be done about air traffic control around Europe. It's a mess. We now have a list of practical solutions. We've been pushing on the European Commission. I think we also have, we're working closely with Eurocontrol, and they are reasonably simple and implementable. Separate the upper airspace so that you free overflights from disruptions during national strikes. Push a EU 261 liability back onto the ANSP providers, which would financially penalise them for their failure to deliver what we pay them to deliver. Shorten the period of time for training of ATCOs. 3 years is ridiculous. It's not a complicated job. It could be done in 6 months. And also harmonise the system so that they're all training on the same computers, which will see much more movement or mobility between the ATCOs. And lastly, compel or encourage the liberalisation of the ATM providers so they compete against each other, so that we as their customers, on behalf of our customers, can contract directly and produce efficiencies and hopefully lower costs and improve services. I think what A4E has put out there is a table of solutions. What we're missing at the moment is action from the European Commission, from the European authorities. Clearly we're not going to get any action for the remainder of this year until a new Commission is in place, but we are going to, and we agreed this morning in our steering committee, as we suffer, and we all expect we will suffer horrendous ATC problems through April, May and June when the French start their recreational strikes. We're going to be much more out front and centre that this is where are the problems, they're in Karlsruhe, they're in Marseille, and here are the solutions. Too often the airlines are inclined to just take the blame. It's an ATC delay. The airlines take the blame from our customers without actually being out there pointedly say, here are the numbers. This is the first time in 3 years we've been to an A4E's where we're able to say 90% of all flight delays in Europe in January were caused by ATC short staffing. There wasn't even a strike within air traffic control in January. This was just incompetent short staffing. So we've produced the solutions. Now what we're calling for is action.